Okay, this is our final summary tab, right? This is gonna pull all the information that we've put in our input tabs over here into one central location where we can see the grand total and a list of all the material we're going to need. So if we scroll down, you can see we have our floors, windows and doors, walls, roof, interior trim, and exterior trim. So not only is this kind of sum up how much everything will cost, but it's also where you can change the material and the number of material that you need, right? So when we're going through and inputting our material, these readouts, right, you cannot change this material, right? And you can't change the amount that you need, right? So this will always give you the exact amount you need, right? But if you wanted to add extra, or let's say you wanted to change some of this material, you're going to do that in your final summary tab, right? You can see we have two spots where we can manually enter stuff. That's going to be in our manual entry number needed tab and the material. So let's say we want to change our joists from 2x12s by 20s to 2x12 by 24s. You can see we just go over to this manual entry right here and you can change it. All right. Now let's say you want to change the number that you need to 24. Say you want to order extra, you want to order 30. Just put that in and you can see it changes it to 30 and will change the total as well. Now this is important, right? You see how it highlights it yellow? The reason it highlights it yellow is so that you know that you're changing these things manually, right? That way, in the future, you can just make sure you don't run into errors in case like you've accidentally changed something that you didn't mean to. So to go back, just click delete button, and you can see it'll go back to normal. Now there are areas you see right here that you can't enter your material manually. So you can only really in this tab change like dimensional lumber, right? If you wanted to change any of this material, you can see how we have this plus sign right here next to all of our material. If we click our plus sign right there, it'll take us back to the section where we can select the material, right? Since we select the material here, I don't want to make it redundant, so you're going to have to change it back where you initially chose it, right? So you go back to our final summary tab. Let's say you want to change your drywall. You just click here. It'll take you to your material list, and then you can change your drywall right here. The last thing that you want to know, so let's say example, we've estimated a bunch of interior trim, right? We can go see our grand total, and we can see that it's including all this, floor system stuff that is maybe a leftover from a previous session. If we don't want to include this in our grand total, all you do is check that checkbox and it will take all this stuff away, right? So whatever you don't want to include in this grand total, just make sure you check this checkbox right next to it. Does that make sense? So you can see how that comes in handy if you're moving through and you're doing like an interior and exterior trim. You put in your information and then you go back to your final summary and it has all this information that's stored from a previous section, and you just want to know how much you're going to need. Just you can get rid of it like that.